And welcome back. Jeff Daniels has mastered both the stage and screen, and I will add, not in teleprompter, microphone, over his 45-year career, but he is not done yet.
No way. In fact, he's busier than ever. Jeff is helping reopen Broadway, reprising his Tony-nominated role as Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, the most successful American play in Broadway history.
He's also the starring executive producer of the Showtime series, which is incredible, called American Rust, playing a police chief torn between personal and professional loyalties after his small town is rocked by a murder. Jeff, it's great to see you, but let's go back to Broadway. You were Atticus Finch for the year. What is it like to be back?
It's exactly the same and completely different. It was very strange. I mean, we have Celia Keenan Bolger's with me as Scout, who won the Tony for it, and so. But then everyone else is different. So it's a little. The first week was like being on a pond with in street shoes. It was a little like.
Right.
You know. Well, you had such a successful run in this role. I saw you. I got to see it. It's incredible. What made you want to come back and do it again? Was it your way of supporting Broadway?
That was a big part. We would put a lot of people back to work if we came back, and those are great people. We spent a year with them, you know, crew, and the front of house and all that stuff. So that was a big deal. It's also, it's a role of a lifetime. You don't get to be Atticus Finch at the Shubert Theater on Broadway every day, and to come back and for 3 months and kind of revisit it, especially at this time in the country, you know, with what's going on. It has more power and more impact and more, it's more relevant than ever.
We were there that opening night supporting the reopening of Hamilton and Wicked. And what was your first night like for you? Because the energy was pretty crazy from where we were. I can imagine being on stage.
It was similar. There were a lot of cheering and, oh my God, we're great to be back, and everything was funny. But then very soon into it, I mean, the audience is different now.
What do you mean?
Before, 2 years ago, it was, I'm going to come and see a production of my beloved book that has a happy ending. And the audience now is coming, bracing for a play about systemic racism. And they know what they're about to see now. They're in a different place, as we all are. And they hang on every word. So as an actor, you're already with me. It's terrific. It's more exact and more precise, and they're on stage with us. We don't have to win them over. They're already leaning in. So that's exciting.
That is cool. American Rust is a great TV show on Showtime. It's fantastic. The season finale is this weekend. Sheriff Del Harris. This is, you know, and I know you can relate to it being from Michigan, where you grew up, how you grew up, a lot like these characters. But gosh, it seems like, Jeff, everybody on the show is making a bad decision, whether they're a good guy or a bad guy. Tell us about American Rust for those who haven't seen it.
It's this great, well-written, really well-written show by Dan Futterman, Adam Rapp, and others. They were the guys with me on Looming Tower. And we took it from a book by Philip Meyer, which was his debut novel back in 2009, I think. The writing's there. And it's Southwest Pennsylvania, a small town. You know, it's good people who if they aren't at the bottom, they can see it from where they are. And it's an examination of good people making bad choices simply to survive and hang on to their dignity. And it's really, the acting in it is terrific.
Incredible.
It's authentic. Everybody that we've cast is just...
There's Jackson.
Right on it. And, yeah, Dallas Roberts. He's coming to Mockingbird this coming week, so I get to see Dallas again. But
you seem to have the Midas touch. I mean, honestly, everything you're doing turns to gold, including, I would say, a long, happy Hollywood marriage. And now how many grandkids you have?
Good question.
Here, I have it in my notes.
They're breeding like rabbits right now.
What were they for Halloween?
They're 3 with 1 on the way.
Oh, okay. And you're grandpappy?
Is
that what they call you?
Happy? Yeah, that was.
What did you think when you saw that?
I loved it. I mean, yeah, and there they are
classic.
with 101 Dalmatians as well, and it's just they're just all in, these kids. So hopefully it won't scar them for life.
No.
What is the key to 42 years married to Kathleen? How does that work?
Understanding that mansplaining is a real thing, and that it probably qualifies as a disease, and that you should get the suitable medication.
No more mansplaining.
If you understand that, if you listen more than you... And that's the kind of key to mansplaining, is to just don't speak as much.
Right.
and you'll probably last
I feel like Roker's giving me this advice, but not as good as Mr. Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to accept
You sound very
that there's
resolved with this theory.
It's like anything. That there's a problem. You have to firstly, you know.
You guys love New York, right? Your version of coming to New York is like you and Kathleen is like people go to Florida.
Yeah.
Like, you like being
You're like,
here.
let's relax because you live in Michigan year-round.
Yeah, but it's different. You come to. I mean, we were first married. We were in New York City in the early '80s, and you know, it was that 5 years before kids, and this is where we come to relax, the most over-caffeinated city in the world.
I have to mention, because I know we're short on time, though, that I listened to the song "I Am America" that you wrote. Your music is, I don't know where that is in your life in the pecking order, but it's really moving. That song in particular, being a fan of Thornetta Davis, if you know Detroit blues, you certainly know the queen of Detroit blues.
Yeah.
Just tell me a little bit about that song and where it fits into your work.
I had made an album called Alive and Well Enough, which is you can do that. You know, I mean, I know actors aren't supposed to do that, but I do it anyway. And you just write and you play. And I wanted a song that spoke to what's going on. And I got Thornetta she co-wrote it. I mean, tell me, you write these two verses.
It's a civil rights anthem. I mean, it's incredible.
And it was at a time when we need to speak up and fix what's wrong and do better. And I went to Thornetta and I loved it. We recorded it in our studio and it's you know. There are a lot of voices in this country.
Well, like you said, that's part of that Midas touch.
Yes,
even the music
yes.
or the microphone part of the stage and the screen.
Exactly.
So congrats.
How's your dancing, though?
That's what my wife says. She
That's-
goes, I mean, you know, just don't tell me that you're going to take up tap dancing.
Jeff, thank you
Not
so
yet.
much. You really,
Thanks,
if you
Jeff.
have a chance, catch him in To Kill a Mockingbird on Broadway. It's a legendary role. And the season finale of American Rust, you can stay home for this
I can't
one
even
Sunday
imagine what
night
happens
on Showtime.
in that
It's a
season
big
finale. I can't
Bad
even imagine.
choices.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.